Welcome, collective. Thank you guys very much for joining me for this read. I want to thank you guys too for all your likes, your subscribes, your views, and your awesome comments, guys. Your support is absolutely appreciated. All right, let's go ahead and jump into your read today. Okay, so I was not feeling letters or numbers. I'm not even feeling tokens for this one. So let's see. We're going to probably just jump to an oracle deck. Which deck belongs to this read for the collective? What does the collective need to hear the most? This is the one that I get pulled to. This is a pretty rad deck. The Mystic something or other. It's a good one though. So let's go ahead and see what message needs to come forward for the collective. The first card that popped forward, and oddly enough, it has the number 1 on it, so it is the first number in the deck, is growth. Growth. And 1 does represent new beginning. So this may be a time to grow something new. You may be growing a new chapter of your life, going through some healing. We got healing hands here. Did you feel like this is a part of your journey? Healing your heart and healing your soul. I get like inner peace coming off of this healing hand. So I think this is what's coming with this new chapter of your life and starting to heal your heart. And it's like the heaviness being lifted. The heaviness of sadness, of maybe regret or confusion or anger, whatever it is, that heaviness is lifting. We're starting to find more peace within ourselves now. Inner child. I think you're having fun too. I think you're starting to take time to do things that are fun for you. I know that sounds absolutely silly, but it's extremely important. It's important to find joy in everyday life. It's important to do things that bring us joy because it feeds our soul. And I feel like you're starting to do that now. It's like this is part of what's lifting that weight as well, is doing these things for yourself, doing these things that fill your cup back up. And being able to appreciate life around you. Manifestation. So you might be manifesting other changes in your life too. I got to tell you too, if you want to do a lot of manifesting, if you're wanting to bring positivity into your life, it's important to keep going with this journey that you're going on. Sending out these positive vibes into the universe, having this happier, more sort of optimistic way of being, it does bring positivity back your way. It attracts in the same. What we put out, we attract. That's karma, right? So good karma is being able to put that out there, put that positivity out there. It will be returned. We got inspiration too. And I'll tell you, with this inner child, I keep feeling like whatever you're doing that's fun, it inspires your journey to the next step, like to keep doing this, to keep having more fun. It encourages you to bring more positive things into your life, things that are more authentic to you, things that are more meaningful. It is like your inspiration to keep going on your journey. This feels like an empress journey to me, I gotta tell you. And that sort of, it always tends to start with some healing and recognizing self-worth, and then evolving and growing for yourself. Yeah, new beginnings. New beginnings popped forward here too. I do feel like this is a new chapter for you. So can you tell me some more, please, Spirit? What else do we got? Afterlife. I gotta tell you, you do have spirits that watch out for you. You do have spirit guides. You do have guardian angels. And I see, it's like a protection, like a spiritual protection from the other side. Whoever these people were in life, or if they're angels, they look out for you. They care for you deeply, and they look out for you. Like, your welfare is very much on their mind. New dawn. I think they're proud to see you having this new outlook on life and doing things that are fun for yourself. Taking time to do kind things for yourself, to feed your soul, to fill your cup. Yeah, I think you're a compassionate person too. There's more to this card than meets the eye. Compassion. Can you tell me what it is? This feeds into part of what you dealt with in the past. You are compassionate, you are nurturing, and you are kind. And unfortunately, somebody saw that as a weakness instead of a blessing and a virtue, which is what it actually is. It's a blessing and a virtue. But somebody saw it as a weakness to be exploited. And it was like giving too much of yourself, compromising too much, or trying really hard to help somebody else. And it just wound up giving too much of you, and you lost too much of you. So it is important to give back to yourself now. It is important to have sort of this energy shift. And this is absolutely what's happened as you started to heal. And I could feel this energy in the healing hands. feeling lighter, feeling like a weight is being lifted. It is a shift in energy. It is absolutely a shift in energy. That's such a cool card. Hold that closer so you can see. That is a cool card. But that's what you're doing. You are shifting your energy. You are changing your aura. You're changing the energy that you send out into the universe. And so that will change what you manifest here in the physical world. Authenticity. It's like you're realizing, I should have always been true to myself and put myself first. And it's not that we discount everybody around us, but it's time to give to yourself, and you can't lose yourself. You know, you can't come at the cost of doing for others. It can't cost you your peace of mind, your heart, your soul. It can't cost that. That is too high of a price. And I feel like you're coming home to that now, and you're really realizing that. Resistance. Yeah, and I think you have a new way of looking at relationships too. With whatever this was that happened, I can see you saying never again. And I can see you setting boundaries in the future. I also see somebody being aware of red flags. So if you come across somebody in the future, or even somebody in your everyday life who tries to take the relationship in that direction, where you're the only one giving and they're taking, you're going to see a red flag, and it's not something you're going to keep giving to, because you've had this energy shift. You've had this different way of looking at things. You found this authenticity in this new dawn. You are not going back to that way of being. You're not losing your compassion, but you are protecting yourself. And that's important. That is very important to keep for yourself and to make sure you're doing for yourself. You can't be, giving everything away anymore. Self-realization. And I think this was part of what you went through too in your time of healing, and it might have been sort of like that hermit mode and getting introspective, seeing sort of, okay, why is this happening? Why did this happen? What did I do that might have contributed to this? What can I learn from this so that I don't repeat it as well? I see somebody who wasn't afraid to look within and to maybe confront shadows or confront emotions or confront ways of thinking and challenge that, to be able to become a better version of themselves. That's why you are on this Empress journey, because you're somebody who's willing to look at things like that. You're willing to heighten your vibration, taking back your power. Yeah, and being bound. I'll show you, taking back your power. That is what you did. That is absolutely what you did in taking back. It's like that shift in energy, that shift in way of thinking, that I'm not going to give so much of myself that I lose myself now. That is taking back your power, because it's like you realize when you're giving to the point where it depletes you, it keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck. It depletes you, and you got nothing left to give to yourself. And it's not fair to yourself. And then somebody else is sort of in control and keeping you stuck in a way of being. And that's not a way that you want to live again. I just keep seeing someone going, nope, never again, not going back to that. But you're also not holding on to it. You're not holding on to it. You're able to start cutting ties. You're able to let it go. That's why I could feel a lot of the lightning in this healing hands, like a weightlifting, is because you're releasing those emotions. And I think it took time to do that, and probably a whole lot of good cries, and a lot of feeling frustrated, and a lot of feeling angry, and maybe dealing with a lot of regrets of I should have stopped it sooner or whatever it was. But I feel like now there's this release, and there's such a peace of mind in the release, and just trusting in yourself that that will never happen again. You won't let it happen again. You now have this self-realization, this new way of thinking, this new way of being, this new way of feeling, and you're not going to go back to that. And within that is a freedom. It is a freedom to move forward. And it's a freedom to even open up to possible new things coming forward. Because you don't have to be afraid, because you have the skills to deal with whatever situation comes your way. Rites of passage. And I will tell you too, I do feel like this was something you were supposed to experience. And it was not supposed to break you. It was supposed to teach you to hold enough back for yourself. It was supposed to teach you about the red flags. To be able to see that not everybody appreciates your compassion the way that they should. And to be able to make sure that you're not giving so much of yourself that you lose yourself. This rites of passage, I feel like this was something that was always going to happen. This was something that was always going to come into play. It was just a matter of timing. You were always meant to run into somebody who was going to teach you this lesson for yourself. I know it was a very hurtful lesson. I feel like you are so much better off for it now, for having learned it. Just this new way of being, this lighter way of being, this giving back to yourself, taking your power back, having self-confidence, not afraid to be assertive with the people around you, is an absolutely beautiful change that will help you to manifest positivity in your life. It will change what you are manifesting. All right, I'm being told to stop with the oracle cards, and we need to grab a tarot deck for you. So what tarot deck belongs to this read? Which one? That one? Really? That is not the one I would have picked. Okay, that's what Spirit wants. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. So Spirit, can you bring us more clarification on this read? 10 of Pentacles. And 3 of Cups. I gotta tell you, I think you've had a lot of people who have taken advantage of you. I don't think this is just lovers, or a lover. I think you've had to deal with family who have taken advantage of your compassion. I think there may have been karmic friends around you who have tried to take advantage of your compassion. Yeah, here's the Emperor. But not an emperor. I don't feel emperor in this card. I don't feel those awesome qualities that are supposed to go with an emperor. I see somebody who likes to feel like they're top of everything. Somebody who likes everybody to cater to them. I get family, I get friends, I get lover, and we have the Lovers card too. I think you've had to deal with this in a lot of different aspects in your life. So it was like, that's why this is this rites of passage. That's why this thing was kind of due for you, and this was something you were going to have to go through, because it didn't just happen in one relationship or one type of relationship in your life. It stretched out through other relationships too. People, like I said, mistaking your compassion and your kindness and your nurturing as something to be exploited instead of something that is a virtue and something to be cherished and something to be reciprocated too. And not everybody's been like that, but I do feel like you've had your share of people who did not want to reciprocate. 10 of Swords. So I'm going to tell you, whatever happened here, if this was a romantic relationship that came to an end, if this was a friendship that came to an end, whoever this person was, where this was triggered, this transition was triggered, this is the 10 of Swords. This was, yes, a disappointing ending, but one that completely benefited you in the long run. It's one where you are better off for all of this happening. Yeah, you are like this Star card. I see you as being very kind. I see you as being very compassionate. I see you being empathetic and being very open and always wanting to help others, always wanting to sort of do for others. That is not a bad thing to want to help other people. It is not a bad thing to be empathetic or to be compassionate. That is absolutely not a bad thing. So Spirit does not want you to lose this piece of yourself. This is an important part of who you are. It is. And Spirit is not saying shut that down. Spirit is saying protect yourself so you don't give it to the wrong person. Because people have to earn that in your life. That is not just something you throw around willy-nilly to anybody who's around. That is something that has to be earned by people reciprocating back to you. Right? People who deserve it. People who appreciate it. 9 of Cups. That is that wish fulfillment too. I gotta tell you, I get an interesting vibe off of some of these cards. I especially have not gotten it off of this deck before. And this is something spiritual. This does have to do with you. I think you're like some kind of an intuitive. I keep getting something here that you are some kind of an intuitive. You do have more of a spiritual connection or a connection with the spiritual side of things. And this might be because of what you've been through as well, and sort of heightening your vibration, which tends to come along with sort of that Empress journey, that Emperor journey, that self-evolution and that growth and self-realization. You do heighten your vibration. And you do wind up with a stronger connection to the spiritual side. 4 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. I see it in this one too. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about protecting yourself, taking your power back. 4 of Pentacles is holding back. 4 of Cups is holding back. It's holding back your resources. Don't be giving to everybody. And sometimes that's money. Sometimes it's a place to stay. Sometimes it's your energy, your time, your emotions. Make sure you don't give to those who don't deserve it. The High Priestess. It's the same vibe I keep getting in these cards. I can't quite place it. I got it from the Nine of Cups. That's where it started, and it's continuing in this High Priestess. This is like you have some sort of spiritual connection. You have some sort of deep spiritual connection. And I don't know if this is part of your compassion and wanting to help others. That maybe you have sort of this, it's like wanting to heal, wanting to help. And this might tie into something you did in a past life, or just sort of something your soul is geared towards, helping others. Nine of Wands. But you got to learn, like it talks about learning these lessons from the past. Learning if people aren't giving to you, you don't have to give to them, right? Don't give so much of yourself that you lose yourself. Make sure you give to yourself. Make sure you're giving to those who are deserving, those who are willing to reciprocate and have an equal relationship with you. Ooh, who are you? Six of Swords. I'm gonna grab these guys too. They wanted to come out. That's Six of Swords. I will tell you too, because I think you've had this sort of dynamic in other relationships. I think there are some people who do not like this change that have come about with you. Some people who would like to try to guilt trip you back into the way that things used to be, into you giving to them, fixing their problems, giving them money, whatever it was. And I gotta tell you, I do feel like some of them are family and possibly friends. I keep getting pulled back to family. It's like they expect this of you. That's kind of been your role. And so people don't like when you say no. People don't like when you put your foot down. I keep feeling it's really weird. I haven't felt that in the Six of Swords before. But I feel like somebody trying to pressure you into doing something a certain way. Trying to pressure you back into this way of being. Nine of Swords. I think, I know it bothers you. I know it bothers you because these are people who you do have close connections with. And it obviously bothers you that these people don't respect you and don't respect your choices and aren't giving back and are just wanting to take. I think it hurts your heart. I think it really hurts your heart. I gotta tell you though, I had a couple of really positive cards that came forward here. I have the King of Cups and I have the Two of Cups. So, there is a love connection out there for you. This King of Cups, I'm being told that this is love, that this is romance. This is a love connection. This is somebody who will appreciate you, will appreciate your giving nature. And this is why it's important not to lose that piece of yourself too. Because there is somebody out there who absolutely deserves it and who is willing to give it back to you as much as you give to them. There is this love connection out there. There is somebody out there who is seeking somebody just like you to build their life with. Like King of Cups, right next to the Two of Cups, it will be a marriage. It will be a marriage. I have the Four of Wands. That is the marriage card. That is somebody who is looking for someone, like I said, just like you. All your beautiful, wonderful qualities. Even this change that you've made about being careful about who you give to. That's something that they're going to absolutely respect. I just see this as being someone who is reciprocal. Knight of Cups. This person is actively seeking love right now. The Five of Pentacles. I gotta tell you, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. I keep feel like this person they are actively seeking romance. They are single right now and actively seeking love. And it's not like one night stand. This person is seeking long-term commitment in marriage. They're looking for a spouse is what they're looking for. I think they've already noticed you. I don't think you realize you've been noticed. I don't know if you're aware that you've been noticed, but this person has very much noticed you. I want to know where that Five of Swords sits too. Hermit, Page of Cups. I keep feeling somebody who's trying to figure out where you're at. Somebody who's trying to figure out where you're at. And they might be taking their time coming forward because they're trying to figure you out. I don't know, maybe this is somebody you met kind of through a friend, or it's a casual acquaintance, or somebody at work. I just feel like somebody's sitting back and watching and trying to figure out where you're at. Are you single? Are you open for love coming your way? That Five of Swords, I keep getting pulled back to it. And I know there's a meaning there. Five of Cups. Oh, that's okay. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So while you've been going through all of this, while you've been going through all this healing, kind of this hermit time, this time of self-discovery and finding happiness in your independence and finding freedom, I don't think you've been looking for love. I don't think you've been open to having love step forward in your life. You've been happy with sort of conserving, being in the bubble and giving back to yourself, like me time, me talks, doing this for myself kind of thing. So I do feel like that actually does create a bit of a vibe. And that is part of why this person has not stepped forward either. Because I don't want to say you're cold, because you're not cold. It's just you weren't feeling open for love. And it might have come off as maybe you already have somebody, so you wouldn't be interested. This person's trying to scope out if you're open for love, if you're single, and if you're open for something new to come your way. That's what I keep feeling here. 6 of Pentacles. And I'll tell you too. Interesting. 5 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Who are you? King of Wands. I think this other person has been burned before too. This person who wants to come forward in your life. And I think that's part of why they're looking for forever. Because I think they've had their heart busted too. So I don't think they want to give to, a one-night stand or a karmic or somebody who's going to take advantage. I think that's why part of why they're being so cautious as well in approaching you. Because they want to see whether it's going to be something that could be long-term. Whether you would be open to that. King of Wands. Who are you though? Oh, fuck, I got a couple here. King of Wands, Tower, Knight of Wands. Okay, and I'll tell you this too. I don't know if you run into, God, and this keeps coming out in the reads. It kind of drives me bonkers. I don't know if you run in the same circles as somebody from your past who was most likely the trigger for everything that happened here. If you do and you start getting in with this new love, this King of Cups comes forward, you guys start going, you're happy finding this new relationship. I keep feeling like somebody's observing. I keep feeling like somebody's observing or somebody's keeping tabs. I do feel like it's somebody who would have triggered your journey. Somebody who would have been the catalyst for all of this to begin with. Because I have the Tower there, and I do feel like the Tower was the catalyst for your journey. So this is probably your past person trying in some way, shape, or form to keep tabs on you. 3 of Wands, Ace of Cups. They will try and step forward and cause you trouble too. Just so you know, in some way, shape, or form, this person will try to cause trouble. If you run through some of the same circles, they may try and do it through other people. Or they may try and actively do it themselves. Because this person, I said, they were like the nasty part of this emperor. They were like feeling on top, like everybody giving to them, like everybody chasing them, like everybody catering to them. And you finally said, no. It was like, enough is enough. You're not doing that anymore. And I don't think they like that. I don't think they like that. I don't think they're done with the game. I think this is somebody who would like to draw you back into the game. Devil card, 10 of Wands. They are burdens. That person is nothing but burdens. They bring you emotional burdens. They did it the first time. If they try and come back, they will do it again. They resent you finding new love. They resent you cutting off that old piece of your life and moving on and moving forward and finding something positive. You give me a few more. So what does the collective need to know about that then? 7 of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. I gotta tell you, like, you've done your healing. You're on your Empress path. You're on your Emperor's journey. You're finding this new form of yourself, finding your self-confidence, finding your self-worth. It will reap benefits. And the benefits is this King of Cups, 2 of Cups, this marriage that comes forward with this person who values you. Absolutely. That is what will come forward. That is your karma for doing everything that you should do to learn your lessons. Amen. Judgment. And I'm going to tell you, that person you dealt with in the past, and maybe this is part of why they're so bitter, why they're keeping tabs, they are facing a judgment too. They are facing a karma and they are facing a judgment too. I got a lot of very negatively aspected cards. that tell me that whatever that person did and put out there, they're being held accountable and they're having to answer for it. They're experiencing other towers in their life. I can't put my finger on what it is. What is it? No. Spirit won't tell me what it is. Spirit won't tell me what it is, what this person is going through. But they are having multiple towers, which is why they're being so bitter and why they're being so angry and why they don't like to see you finding love and happiness and empowerment in your life. It's sort of like, I don't want to say it rubs it in their face, but it makes their reality a lot more real and what they're going through. But the fact of it is, that's their karma. That's the energy that they put out into the world. That's what they sent out into the world. So that's what they are manifesting. They are being held accountable and they are being judged. They are attaining their karma. And I don't feel like it's one big thing. I feel like it's multiple things over a period of time. So to them, it might feel like a string of bad luck. Okay, but it's karma coming forward. It's the situation they made for themselves. It's the energy they sent out into the universe. So it's what came back to them. And because you did the opposite of that, and you did what you were supposed to do, and you did all the healing work and that beautiful Empress journey, you will receive beautiful rewards. And it is a loving, committed relationship that will end in marriage. That is what's coming your way. With that King of Cups, that is what's coming your way. So again, don't completely close yourself off to whatever's around you, to energies that might want to come forward. You have the skills to deal with whatever it is that comes your way. You are absolutely strong. You're absolutely smart, intelligent, resilient. You can handle it. And you are getting scoped out right now by somebody who, at the end, what the cards say, will most likely marry you. Oh, Spirit doesn't want me to say that. Ooh, I'll go get in trouble. Pardon me. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's your tarot read. It's looking pretty peachy for you guys. Take care, everyone.